all twin flames can come together. Please drop the belief that it is not meant for all twin flames. Please drop the belief that not all twin flames can have it in this life and they can have it in a future life. In this video, I'm explaining to you why you and every other twin flame can have union, or why you can manifest your specific person, doesn't matter if twin flame or not. Well, I recorded this little video with a graphic about timelines. Please excuse my drawing, I'm not the best, but I'm going to explain to you why you can have your union. Just to keep it simple, okay? Let's say we do have the biggest part of your soul, okay? This is your soul, at least in parts. And then we do have your soul making different experiences. Let's say there is a timeline A, and I'm just using different colors right now. You see timeline A, B, C, D, all the way to H. And your soul, the higher part of you, is experiencing all of that. But your conscious mind is only experiencing one, let's say D, but you can constantly shift between those. Creation is finished means that every possibility already has been created, and there's an infinite number. We only have a couple here, 8 to be precise, but there is infinite possibilities. Okay, and I always explain it to my clients like a radio. There's different channels. We have channel A through H, and all of those broadcast at the same time. And with your radio, you tune into one of these channels. And that's what we do with our conscious mind. We consciously tune into one of those channels. When I say consciously, that's actually not what I meant to say. It's not that we do it consciously. For the most part, we do it subconsciously. But our consciousness is receiving one of those channels, one of those timelines. And which one is it? The one that matches your assumptions. Another question I get asked often, what if people try to manifest opposing things? Like, I want to manifest a relationship, but that person does not want me. Well, this person already has been created, and they also have their own timelines. And let's say you would meet in timelines C through F. Okay, those timelines are timelines where you met that person, and others, maybe here you're happy with someone else, or here you're happy with someone else, or you never met, whatever it is. But here you met in these timelines. Then there is this timeline, you met, you don't like each other. Then there may be a timeline, you fell in love, but it's not reciprocated, and you never get this love. Then there may be a timeline where this person loves you, but they never show you, and it takes forever until you get together. And then there's this timeline where you get together fast. And again, your subconscious mind or your inner programming, your assumptions, determine which one you get. If you're not in self-love, you cannot get here. If you still have fears of loss and abandonment, you cannot get here. That is why we have to change our programming. We have to change our assumptions. But what can happen is that this person may choose the timeline where you don't get, I think it was D, where it's not reciprocated, right? And they meet someone else and they love someone else. And if you don't work on your self-concept, then that is the experience you make as well, and you will meet in this timeline. So they, the person, when I say they, it's the person you are confronted with right now. Let's say it's timeline D. That's the one you're dealing. It's where you are right now. This person may not choose you, but that is okay, because in timeline F, there is this other version of them already waiting for you. And in that timeline, that person chose with their own conscious mind or subconscious mind, of course, out of their own free will, they chose to love you as well. And once you have cleared your assumptions, and you don't have to consciously manifest getting there. I mean, the most things we don't manifest consciously, the most things we do manifest subconsciously. But let's say you are now in the energy of love because you have cleared negative assumptions, then you will shift there and you will have your happy end with this person. What happens if someone else tries to manifest your person? Well, that might be timeline D, right? They're happy with someone else. And if you are in lack of self-love, that could manifest a third-party situation, then that is the experience you will make. But again, there is timeline F, where this person loves you and they adore you, and it's the best, happiest outcome you could imagine. And again, those are only for like 4 options. As I said, there's infinite possibilities. So there's of course way more than just 4 timelines. This is just an example, of course. So if you're enjoying this video so far and maybe already got some valuable information out of it, then please let me know by commenting and liking. That will help me to understand what kind of content you like and I can create more of it. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please considering subscribing, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. I release content like this all the time on a regular basis, and you don't want to miss that one video that might change your life and shift you to your happy end. So you see, this union timeline, it's already created, it's already done, it's finished. As Neville Goddard said, creation is finished, but he also said there's no one to change but self. So in order to get to the union timeline, you don't have to wait for your person to come and to realize that they want you. You change your assumptions about them and you shift to the timeline where they already have realized that, where they know that you are the one for them, where they know that you are the biggest love they ever had, where you are their absolute dream come true, and they just want to adore you and pamper you and treat you like the king or queen you are, okay? It already exists. So you don't have to wait for another life to come. You don't have to wait for them to be ready. You determine when they are ready. If you see them as not ready, unfortunately from all of the timelines you get the one where they're not ready, because the universe will always prove you right, or they will always fulfill your assumptions. So you cannot shift if you don't shift within. It has to be within first, and then it can get mirrored back to you. And it's always important for me to tell, if you have a heart's desire, you can only have that desire because that timeline has been created. Okay? I once got this weird metaphor. It's, let's say, I like Harry Potter, but let's say you're in Lord of the Rings, okay? And Frodo has to bring this ring to some place. I've read it a while ago, but he has to bring the ring somewhere, right? You would not expect Frodo to get a broom and then fly there. Why? Because that does not exist in this world. In Harry Potter they have brooms that fly, but not in Lord of the Rings. So that desire of getting a broom and flying there, it's not there. Okay, maybe it's a weird example, but let's take another example. There's Romeo and Juliet, and Romeo, he wants Julia, or Juliet in German is Julia. Romeo does not suddenly decide that instead of Juliet he wants Guinevere, who is with King Arthur, I believe it was, right? Because that is not part of the story. That is nothing that has been created. He is living in his world, and there's the people he knows, and then there is the person he loves. It's Juliet. But he can only love and want Juliet because she is in his world, because she does exist. So every desire you have means it has been created by this universe. You wouldn't be able to imagine something. I believe that, like, our fantasies, our daydreams are kind of like memories we have from a different timeline, because as I explained in this video, you have your soul that is making all of the experiences. It's just your conscious mind is in one experience at the time, and you get to shift, but still your conscious mind cannot perceive several timelines at the same time, only one, because your brain wouldn't be able to deal with more than just one, but your soul does. So when you have a desire, it is basically your soul remembering, oh, there is this timeline where I experienced that and it feels good. So that means it is open for you to get there, because it already exists. It's already done. Creation is finished. I always use as an example with my clients, you probably couldn't really imagine to live in a happy, committed relationship with Donald Trump, right? Because that timeline most likely where you are dating Donald Trump and you're happy with him does not exist. That is why you probably can't really get into it. You can't really imagine it. There will probably be like something like you don't even want to. It's like, yeah, let's not go there. Or you won't get any clear pictures. You don't have the desire because it's nothing that the universe has created. But with your specific person, that already does exist, and you can have it and you can come together in this life. Okay, you don't need to wait for a different life that may even not happen because time is already finished. So there is no future life. I believe reincarnation is getting from one timeline to the higher timeline. Whether or not you get union, it's all up to you. It's not up to your person, which is good because that means you can claim it, you can step into your power, and you go get your person. Okay, you go get your twin flame union or your specific person, and yeah, have fun with him or her. If this video helped you, please like, comment, share, and also if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and check out my other content. I have this entire Twin Flame 101 playlist, over 100 videos, where I answer pretty much every question you could have on Twin Flames. And if there is a question missing, you can post it in the comments and I will try to make a video on that. If it's a more personal question, of course, then you can reach out for personal coaching, and we will see what are the assumptions holding you back and what to do to get you to that happy union timeline. Okay, anyway, you can find me on social media, links are below. I hope I see you there or in another video or personal coaching. Until then, as usually, I wish you all the best now. Bye bye.